much. We started out kind of fast. We went Emerald our first month, then Diamond the second month, and then life kind of happened. He's in the Army, and we found out he was going to... Was.
Amen.
Yes, we found out that he was deploying, and I got in a big funk because I didn't want him to leave, and we didn't do anything. When he deployed, I let the business just get stagnant. We barely even got on calls, we didn't sign anybody up, and just by chance, because our youngest got deathly ill, he was able to come home early from the deployment. And I really feel like God orchestrated it, He uses circumstances even when they're bad, It was scary when we almost lost our son. But God used that to bring Chad home way sooner, like 6 months earlier than he was supposed to. And then, so we were able, once the baby's fine, he's healthy, and he's good now, we were able to go to conference. And it was kind of like a do or die thing for us because we loved the company, we loved the products. But we just weren't sure if it was going to be our vehicle. We were just going to keep playing around with it and making a couple $1,000s a month, or were we going to really do something with it? So we went to conference as Diamond. He was an Emerald, but he had gone down to executive, and we had our lowest check ever at that month when we went, so last January. Well, we went, we got excited. Mark rolled out those bonuses, and we just kind of looked at each other, and I remember saying to him, can I make triple? Because I wanted that $25,000 bonus. And so we were just like, well, all things through Christ are possible, right? So we're going to run for it. So we decided at that point that we were going to run hard. And we knew that our hobbies were going to have to take a back seat. Our house was dirty, and I'm so red. And I'm so red, and I'm so anal when it comes to, my house was usually immaculate. And we had to let dust bowls all over, and laundry was piled up everywhere. I barely bathed. I lived in yoga pants.
She would say, you smell that? That's
true. I'm going to claim that because I'm just going to say before he goes into what the 90-day run is. But I did, what Kristen was talking about, and I truly believe this with all my heart, that in this business what I've learned is that you've got to learn to dream big. Amen. But you can't just dream big. When you think that you've dreamed big enough, you've got to dream bigger. If you say, I'm going to be double diamond by March, why don't you just take it up another notch and go for triple? I mean, you can do it. Now is the time, but you've got to dream so big that God's got to step in and move on your behalf. He will make things happen, but you've got to have that crazy faith so that He can come in and make it happen for you. You can't let fear, you can't let doubt come in and steal what God has for you. You have a destiny, and He's called you to do this, and now it's your responsibility to take action. So if that means not feeding your kids hot meals and giving them greens and lunch meat and cereal for a few months, you got to do it. Because then you can get what we have. Because that's the only difference between us and you guys is that we went to work and we didn't let anything stand in the way of our dreams.
The 26th of this month will be 18 months that we started this business. And, when I look back, I had gotten to a point in life where I was comfortable. I'm an Army officer. 2015 is going to be my first year to hit 6 figures. I was cool with that. Last year, working full-time on my job, I made about $86,000. But working part-time on my fortune, just from my position, was more money than that with It Works. Part-time. You add up the Army, the full-time job I worked, and the part-time It Works money I made, and she made more than those both combined in her position. So when you add all that up, I mean, it just blows my mind thinking about it, and that's the one big part about this. We have this chart right here in this party pad, and you can literally pick out, you can pick out where you want to be 3 months from now, 6 months from now, a year from now, and we become the dominating thoughts in our mind. So, know, we have people in our family, they think they're sick all the time. Well, guess what? They're right. They're sick all the time because that's what they think about all the time. You know, if the dominating thoughts in your mind become that you're going to be successful, and you're going to become a diamond or a double diamond or a triple diamond with It Works, and that's what you're concentrating on, it's going to happen for you. Okay, so that's the one big thing, is we get to help people change their lives with this company. You know, the second big thing, and to me this means a lot, we got this about a month ago, and this is just came in a testimonial. Okay, you know, and the first one that really blew my mind about the wraps, we had a girl that had never worn a two-piece bathing suit because she was just embarrassed. You know, she said, I can't wear that. People look at me funny. You know, I'm not in good enough shape. I can never do that. Well, guess what? 6 months wrapping, she got her first, in green, she got her first two-piece bathing suit. She wore out. We got to be a part of that. We got to introduce her to these products. This is from a lady, her name is Cindy Farley. Okay, this is her personal story regarding the It Works greens. The alkalizing greens have reduced the inflammation in my body so much that I no longer have to use a cane for walking. My history is that I've used a cane since 2008. I've been on strong painkillers for at least 12 years. The pain and mobility problems were especially intense when I first got out of bed, driving long distances, walking more than half an hour at a time, etc. I've had several knee surgeries, including 2 knee replacements on my right knee. I've had knee surgery on my left knee. I had a left wrist bone removed and reconstructive surgery due to arthritis. Plus I have a lot of arthritis in my feet, left knee, shoulders, neck, spine, and hands. I was told by 2 neurosurgeons that my back is inoperable. The last one said I would be in a wheelchair in 5 years. 5 years have passed and I am still able to get around better than I did 5 years ago, and I am not on disability as I was told I would be. I still work full-time as a licensed practical nurse. I started greens in early May 2013, 2 tiny scoops daily in water. I added It's Vital Core, which is the time-release multivitamin, and Confianza, reduces stress. In mid-June, it dawned on me that I was rarely ever using my cane. I still had chronic pain, but the intensity was so much less that I wasn't using it. I last used that cane the end of June 2013. I am so excited to report that I am off opiate pain pills, finally, as of October 2013, which I had taken for about 12 years. My MD also reduced my blood pressure med in half in October 2013. Triglycerides, cholesterol, blood sugar are normal. My MD reviewed all the It Works products I use and told me to keep it up. They were working. He was very approving of the organic, herbal nature of our products. Another benefit is that I no longer get fever blisters when I get stressed out or get too much sun. I used to take the amino acid lysine daily to keep down the number and intensity of outbreaks. I have only had a brief minor outbreak 2 months after starting the greens, and I no longer take lysine, which I had taken since the 1980s. Wow. Since my beginning journey with the greens, I have added other Works products: Regular, Thermofit, Fat Fighters, New You, Confianza. Of course, there are those crazy wraps. I am so very thankful for the alkalizing, detoxing greens. It Works does not make any medical claims about the greens, but I can give my own story about how greens has greatly diminished my pain and improved the quality of my life. I praise the Lord for leading me to It Works.